That was horrible.
All right. Hi. Can you please state your name, year, and major?
My name is Magdalena Chavez. I'm a junior and English major.
Do you have any minors?
I'm an LGBTS minor.
Okay. Why did you choose your major and your minor?
I chose my major because I liked reading stories, and I figured that that's all English was about, and I was always good at English, so I just thought it would be the easy way out.
And what about your minor?
I took an LGBTS introduction course freshman year, so then I found that was like the course that I was most interested in out of all the classes I was taking. So I took another course, and then I just enjoyed taking all those classes, so I figured I should minor in it.
So you're a junior. So where do you live right now?
I'm living in the apartments on Kelton, like not university apartments. I'm living with 2 roommates, and the rent is really expensive.
And before living in the apartments, did you live on campus or in another apartment or the same apartment?
I was living on the campus dorms.
Mm-hmm.
I lived in Hedrick my first year in a triple, and then I lived in... Where did I live? In Sprout Cove, one of the new ones. And I lived on the 9th floor, and that was my favorite.
Where are you from? Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm from Southgate.
Mm-hmm.
That's about half an hour away from UCLA. I was born in the United States, but I was raised in Mexico. And then when I was in elementary, about 1st and 2nd and 3rd grade, I would like bounce back and forth from here to Mexico. So then I would go to 2 schools, but then finally I stayed in the United States. And I went to elementary school, middle school, high school, and now college here.
Okay. Well, thank you for participating in my interview, by the way. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about your walking experiences here on campus. So just give me as much detail as you want. And, yeah. So how often do you walk down Bruin Walk?
Every day of my life. Every day, about twice a day.
Yeah, wow. And when you walk down Bruin Walk, do you walk alone or do you have a group, a clique?
For the most part, I walk by myself. Only like once a week I walk with other people.
And can you talk to me about your experiences when you walk down Bruin Walk? For example, how do you deal with people who are flyering or large crowds or the tourist groups or anything like that?
Sometimes I have my earphones on, so I'll just like look down and keep walking. Other times I engage them, but I say no thank you. And then I don't know. For the most part, I feel like I ignore people that are flying or that want to ask me something or that want money.
Are you involved in anything on campus?
Yeah, I'm involved in Project One, which is a mentoring program.
Mm-hmm.
And we go to underprivileged high schools in Los Angeles. And we mentor queer youth. And we meet every Wednesday, in case you're interested in going.
Have you ever flyered for Project One?
Never.
No.
Wait, yes, but not on campus.
Oh.
We flyered in conferences and
Oh.
things like that, but never on campus.
So have you ever flyered for anything?
On campus?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay. And so you say that you avoid people who are flyering sometimes, but sometimes you're social with them? Yeah.
Yes.
And how do you decide, like, what you're going to be that day? Like, social or not?
It just depends on my mood. Usually when I'm tired of listening to music, usually in the morning, like, I'll take off my earphones, but then in the morning, no one's really there. When I really don't talk to them is when I've had a long day and I don't even want to like look at them and bother with responding yes or no. But then when I feel social, I think it's just when I've had a pretty good day. I feel like being nice to them because I feel bad that they're there and flying and everyone ignores them.
And can you talk to me a little bit about your pace up and down Bruin Walk? Like,
No.
no?
I'm a fast walker, so usually I'm going like fast. Not because I have anywhere to be like by a certain time, because usually I'm on time, but just because I enjoy walking fast. It feels like a mini workout. And when I walk slow, it's like when I'm also having a good day, and I just want to relax and I want to stroll through campus, because yeah, that's when I go down Jan steps.
So, have you ever walked down that area between Royce and Powell?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have.
Okay. Do you ever feel like you have different vibes when you're walking down that area, or you get different vibes when you're walking down that area and when you're walking down Bruin Walk? And if so, can you just talk about them a little bit and compare and contrast how you feel?
I feel like it's very. I mean, it is a different vibe because I feel like on Bruin Walk, everyone's walking faster, like at a faster pace, because usually they're trying to get to classes. They're trying to get to classes by Powell too, but people are coming in and out of the library, so I don't know. I feel like it's a slower pace in that area, also because it's like more open. And Bruin Walk is just like straight down, so then it just seems like rows of people coming and going, but in the other one, they kind of just scatter around and spread a little bit. I don't know, like stress-wise, I guess they seem more stressed on Bruin Walk because they're like walking faster and in a bigger pile. And in the other area, they're more just strolling, I feel.
Do you feel more stressed down Bruin Walk?
Yeah, because I have to dodge the... I feel like sometimes I just have to dodge them, and sometimes when I'm about to go down Bruin Walk, I'm like, oh damn, like, there's gonna be people flying, and they're gonna ask me for money, and
Do you kind of prep yourself, like by taking out a phone or sticking in your earbuds or something?
I usually always have my earbuds on anyway, but then I have to worry about not making eye contact with them, because, like, today, someone, like, was gonna ask me a question, and I knew it because we made, like, eye contact, and he was wearing this vest, so I already knew that he was gonna ask me something. And then I, like, looked at my phone by instinct. Like, now it's become an instinct to look at my phone. But, yeah, sorry, I lost my train of thought. He called me out on it. He's like, Miss, you don't have to look at your phone. And then I just kept walking. I was like, I'm sorry.
And where did you learn that when you're walking down Bruin Walk, like, oh, I should look at my phone? Or, like, is that something that you just kind of saw other people do and then started to do? Or is that something that you kind of developed on your own?
I don't know. I think not everyone, but a lot of people do that. But I feel like it's just because people they don't try to really get you when you're on your phone. Or they don't try to talk to you when you're on your phone. Like, I think they get the hint, too, if they've been flying here for a long time. Yeah. Like, these people aren't interested. But a lot of people are always on their phone. On Bruin Walk, especially.
And why do you choose, or, like, why do you feel like you need to avoid the people who are passing out flyers? Specifically, because I understand why you would want to avoid people who are selling things, but, like, the flyering people, like, why?
Firstly, because it's a waste of paper. Like, I know I'm going to get that piece of paper and I'm going to toss it somewhere. And it's just, like, I feel like by getting that piece of paper, I'm encouraging them to, like, print more flyers. And it's like, nobody even wants your flyers. Just post it on Facebook. So, yeah, that's why I don't take the flyers. Like, and I'm not... If I am interested in what they're talking about, or, like, if they yell out something that sounds interesting, and I'm like, oh, maybe I want like tutoring or I don't know, then I'll take it. But like that's rare. For the most part, I don't take them.
So would you say that flyering is ineffective?
It's not ineffective, like not completely ineffective, but I feel like, I don't know, it's just like it's like when you give a flyer to 10 people, maybe one person, I don't know the statistics, but maybe one person's bound to take it. So it probably is effective, but I feel like they can like find another way to target people, like try to put it all over Facebook. Yeah.
Do you have any shortcuts to get around Bruin Walk? So that like you can avoid it, or do you ever try to avoid it?
I tried to avoid it my freshman and my sophomore year. I would go like around by Charles Drive. I would go around that way, but usually because my classes were in North Campus, but I have classes in South Campus, so that's a little bit harder. But I used to avoid it because there was just always so many people. It's always so packed, and on the other side there aren't as many people. Like they don't walk in herds and stuff. So then, but now I'm like part of the herd, and I go down Bruin Walk because it's easier to get to work. On Tuesdays I go down Strathmore. No, it's not Strathmore. I don't know, near the tunnel by the parking lots. Because it's faster to get to lab.
And so when you walk alone, do you try to become part of a group of other lonely walkers?
No.
No?
I usually try to separate from people because usually they walk too slow.
So they slow you down?
Yeah. I'm behind them trying to get around like their group of friends. Like,
So you're constantly maneuvering around Bruin Walk?
yeah.
So people get in your way?
Yeah, a lot of the time. Because, like, there's a lot of people on their phones, so everyone's looking down and they're not really seeing where they're going. So I've run into a lot of people like that. But, yeah, so that's why I don't like to be on my phone on Bruin Walk, but sometimes I have to.
Do you carry your phone when you're walking? Or is it in your backpack or in a pocket or something?
It's usually in a pocket or in my hand. Because I listen to music on my phone, so I, like, always have it with me or somewhere where I can reach it.
Yeah. Do you carry anything else when you're walking?
In my hands or, like, in my pocket?
In your hands?
Not usually. I carried an umbrella today. But usually I'm, like, free. Unless I have my iPod in my hand and my phone in my pocket.
And it's just, like, a different topic, but how do you feel about people who flyer loudly, like, who are saying things, or they're really persistent about giving you their flyer or selling you their product?
If they're, like, loud and they're, like, in my face, then I have a problem with it because then they're just being loud for no reason because I can hear them. But if they're just being loud, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Like, they're trying to be heard because they're trying to sell their product or they're trying to get people in their group.
And have you ever experienced, like, any loud anything down in the Powell or Royce area?
A protest. A couple of protests, but not, like, people flyering or, like, joining clubs or anything.
Do you avoid protests the same way you avoid flyers, or is it different?
It's different because it's not that I avoid protests, but usually if I don't know what I'm protesting, I don't protest, and for the most part, I kind of don't know what they're protesting because they protest so much.
Yeah.
But when I do know, I do join the protest, and I don't, like, try to avoid it. Sometimes I stay. Actually, I take that back. I, like, stay with the protest just because I want to know what they're about. And usually they'll have it on the signs and stuff, or you can hear what they chant. So then you, like, know what they're talking about.
So when you're walking down Bruin Walk, do you feel like you have a faster pace than when you're walking down Powell?
Yeah.
The Powell and the Royce area?
Yeah, a lot faster.
Yeah.
Also because of the hill. I feel like I try to get over it
Yeah.
faster.
Yeah. And so, when you're like in the Powell Royce area, are you usually headed towards class also, or are you just like headed to meet people?
I'm usually heading to class or going home.
All right. Thank you.